What the freak is up, you crazy YouTubers? How are y'all doing? It is Valentine's Day. So because it is Valentine's Day, I want you to drink with me, baby. Yeah. We got some Jack Daniels. We got some Monster. We're set. That's good. Happy Valentine's Day, tubes. We got ourselves a drink combo in the Hogwarts crest right there. You see it? Yeah, go Slytherin. Ha. We got some Jack Daniels and some Monster in the Hogwarts crest cup. Indeed, happy Valentine's Day. No. It's spelled response. Did I seriously do that? Hold up. Motherfucker, did I spell response wrong? Let me check. Okay. Great. Wait, hold up. Fuck yes. Fur Elise played on a harp. Shout out to Victoria I'm not sure how you pronounce your last name, but I give Victoria a subscribe here. She looks like a pretty badass harp player. Speaking of badass harp players, shout out to the Harp Twins. Yeah. So yeah, I'm sitting here, got some Jack Daniels, and we got ourselves some Monster Green Energy. This is a video response. No, I spelled responses right. Nice try, troll. All right. So, I mean, we got several videos to respond to. So, your number does matter. Pop culture, Terrence Pop, Redonkulous.com. Block. Trolls need to get a life. Got a date tonight? Nope, I don't. But that makes you super happy to know that King Cobra is still going through his fucking drug. No girl wants me. I'm one of the nicest guys out there. I can't be an asshole. I'm not afraid to be myself. But oh boy. So your number does matter. Pop culture. We also got a couple of Roma R respond to. Oh boy. So grab some Jack. Grab it because it's gonna be a bumpy ride. Oh, a bumpy ride there. Just kidding. Don't do drugs. Okay. There was a comment that someone made on this video, and it triggered me. Devin Cook commented, if women spent as much time learning how to cook as they did posturing and posing at the gym, they wouldn't be as likely to die alone. And that comment triggered me. So, you know what I responded with? Maybe if guys learn how to cook too, then maybe women wouldn't feel so pressured, for one. And two, newsflash, we all die alone. It's called life. This idea that we expect women to know how to cook, it's like, you know what? It's just a good idea to know how to cook in general, regardless of what gender you are. I mean, seriously, if you put all the pressure of the meal on your girlfriend and it turns out like shit, she feels like shit. She puts all the pressure on you to cook, and it turns out like shit. Now you feel like shit. But if you both cook the food together and it turns out like crap, you're both are laughing at each other, going, "Babe, that was horrible. What the fuck were we thinking, right? Let's order DoorDash." Space Ghost. And as far as the whole news flash, we all die alone, it's called life. That's just straight to the truth, dude. Wait. Doesn't matter if you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend. Doesn't matter if you learn how to cook. Although you should learn how to cook because, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's something as basic as putting a pizza in the freaking oven, you know what I'm saying? Which I got a couple of those frozen bastards in the freezer just waiting, and I'm like, I pretty much finished off all the pizza I had yesterday, so I'm good on the food for a minute. And the reason why I say no girl wants me is because they'll sit there and talk a bunch, like, oh, that's King Cobra. I totally end his dry spell. Actions speak louder than words, honey. Yes. So we're gonna do a Terrence Pop video response. We got some goodness with us, not a sponsor. And of course, we got Roma Army, which I'll still watch Roma Army's videos. Just that one video she made with a certain relative of hers, it creeped me out and it was sad. And it just showed me that there was way too much pressure for women to look a certain way, and that already at such a young age they're being fed this ideology. But we're not going to go into that. How men actually feel about Valentine's Day. Well, before we get into the Terrence Pop video, let's watch a couple of these Roma Army videos real quick. So sit back, relax, grab a drink. That's a little bit under half. There we go. Pour the rest of the Monster in from this can into the bottle here. Yes. Can Crush for Monster Energy Drink and for Jack Daniels and for all the fans tuning in. It's Valentine's Day. Now, if you want to give King Cobra a Valentine's Day gift, donating a couple bucks to the PayPal is greatly appreciated. YouTube is not letting me have my monetization rights back, which is some bullshit because, well, I get why they're not going to let me have it back. I use tobacco, and I smoke tobacco on stream. I cuss. I tell it like it is. I'm not afraid to be myself. Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is February 14th, and you know what day it is. The day that every man hates, despises, but won't say it out loud because of the enormous societal pressure that society has put on them to make the day freaking perfect. Ladies, if you don't want to get your feelings hurt, this video is not for you because I'm going to expose all the real thoughts that men have about Valentine's Day. So like I said, if you don't want to get your feelings hurt, this isn't for you.
Number one, the expectation for only men to make the day special. Yep, that's the truth. And this is a point that, cheers Roma Army, this is a point that Roma Army makes in the video, is that you make your girlfriend's life special every day of the fucking year, and then it's just expected to go out of your way to make this particular fucking miserable holiday extra special. I'm here to tell you right now, if it's Valentine's Day, you should make it special for each other. Women who scream about gender equality and rights, but then turn around and are like, it's all about me this day because she is woman, hear her roar. It smells of hypocrisy and trout. Ha ha!
Now, trigger warning, because this might hurt some feelings. Do you want to know what the number one reason why guys can't stand Valentine's Day? Men are already doing the little thing on every other day of the year to let their women know that they love and appreciate them.
Right? Exactly what I just said. Men are constantly doing little things to let their women know how much they love and appreciate them every other goddamn day of the year. So already there's this immense pressure to go, okay. And what did I say last night about the bath bombs? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, buddy. You go to Bed Bath & Beyond and you get a pink bath bomb. You get some CBD bath oil, some essential oils, so that when she steps into that bathtub, it's just like, every pore in her entire body just relaxes and she's immediately in spa mode. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you get her a nice clay mask and some cucumber slices for her eyes, you know. Make her feel like it's spa day at her house, at y'all's house. Just saying. Chicks dig that spontaneous romantic crap. Yeah.
But those women never seem to fucking notice. And then suddenly, there's this one day of the year that is supposed to be for loving and couples, but miraculously, society has made it all about women and told guys that they can't fuck it up. And he's like, what the fuck? I already been doing that all year, and then there's a day I have to do it extra, and it's not even about me. In the slightest. That's why men hate it.
Number two, they know that Valentine's Day isn't for them, and that sucks. Yep, that's the truth. You know, when I was a kid growing up, when you were in elementary school, everyone in your class, you were forced to give everyone in your class a Valentine's Day card. Whether you liked it or not, the teacher would send you home and be like, so you have to, which then meant that you and your parents would go to the Walmart or whatever and pick out a bunch of cards, and then you'd have to write a card for everyone in your class, whether you liked them or not. But then when you get to junior high and high school, and they're no longer required to give everyone in the class a card, all of a sudden you're kind of shell-shocked for a second, like, oh my God. Which, oh my God, Valentine's Day when you're a teenager going through high school and puberty sucks. You know what I'm saying? Forget the Stevie T reference. I'm just saying, like, ugh, dude. Oh, but you know what's funny about that? You go up to the chick you want to give a Valentine to, and she rejects you because you're quote unquote a creep. But then the guy she goes to ask out rejects her for being too stuck up. Ain't life an ironic circle of bullshit? You're so vain. You're so vain. Yeah.
Number two, men, they know that Valentine's Day has nothing to do with them. Men feel kind of slighted because it's a day about love, but somehow, just like everything else in life, they're expected to give.
Yep. Roma Army is a preaching to the choir. Yep. I do feel slightly slated here because exactly my point. Women who scream how independent they are, but they expect men to do everything. You know, men, we're incredibly simple when it comes to Valentine's Day. You give us some good sex and an ice cold beer. I mean, this is just, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those once in a while things. Like us men, we're incredibly simple for Valentine's Day. We really, really are. If our partner gives us really good sex, and after we're done, she walks out of the room, grabs an ice cold beer, opens it for you, and then hands it to you. You know what I'm saying? No guy's going to complain about that. But women, on the other hand, you know, women are a lot more complicated when it comes to this whole vagina. I mean, did I say vagina day? I meant to say Valentine's Day. Which is why I'm telling you right now. Hopefully by now you've gotten yourself some tactical soap. Description box below, baby. Coupon code King Cobra. Jesus Christ, my phone is blowing up. Every time I do a live stream, the phone's got to blow up. And like, I love how we're not allowed to bitch about Valentine's Day as guys without being called a simp or an incel or some other variant of. Yeah. Number 3, the guys all know that stores increase prices closer to Valentine's Day. Yep, that is the goddamn truth. Because stores are sitting there going, I wonder how badly that poor asshole wants to get laid. I know. This bouquet of flowers, which is normally $4 or $5, is now going to be $12. You see, and then they sit there, and then here's the best part of it. They'll fucking turn around after that and say, well, you can't put a price on love. Bullshit. If that were the fucking case, then how come diamond rings are so expensive? Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know, that's the truth, dude. These fucking department stores and, you know what I'm saying? And then the only time, excuse me, the only time that the prices go back down is when it's the day after Valentine's Day. And your broke ass was too broke to get her something then, so you're like, okay, I'll just go in when everything's on clearance. And then you go in there to the clearance section of the store, and the only thing they have is a teddy bear that says, sorry you have cancer, happy Valentine's Day. You're like, what? You're looking at that like your girlfriend doesn't have cancer. What the fuck am I supposed to do? So you buy it and cross it out a bit so it says, sorry your ex was a cancer to you and your wife. Happy Valentine's Day, my beautiful wife. And she's looking at you like, oh, you got this on clearance, didn't you? How'd you guess?
Number 3, men. Oh, they've noticed that the price of pretty much everything skyrockets the week before Valentine's Day. Yeah, they've noticed. They know that they're just treated like piggy banks, and if they don't do
Yeah, us men, I tell you, us men, we do get treated like piggy banks. But in that same argument, women get treated like sex objects. Roma Army's kind of cute, I ain't gonna lie. Not trying to get with her, because I know she's taken, just point of observation. Yeah. And you know how nice it is, how freaking refreshing it is to see a woman like Roma Army who actually gives a fuck? And despite her traumatic history with her piece of shit ex. Like, there are some real shitty men out there, and Roma Army's baby daddy is no exception to that. That guy is the biggest piece of shit on the planet. And despite encountering, in my opinion, one of the worst men out there, she still fights for men's equality. And I think that's an admirable trait.
Do it, they're automatically failures. Which brings me to number 4.
Yeah.
Which brings me to number 4. If you don't do it, they're automatically failures. Which brings me to number 4.
Yeah, Roma Army, you are preaching to the choir, honey. If men do not comply with the whole you're expected to pay for everything routine, they were automatically failures. Yeah. I love my Cobra cane. This thing is sick. My only complaint is I can't unscrew it. Like, if there was a sword in here, it'd be perfect. But that's all right. It's my gentleman's cane. How do you do? The expectation of the day brings tons of anxiety. Ain't that the fucking truth, YouTube? Which is why if you're single on Valentine's Day, if you're depressed because you're single on Valentine's Day, well, let me give you a perspective. What's worse, being single on Valentine's Day or having someone and being like, I don't know what to get them. Oh, jeez. Because for a lot of guys, that's exactly how it is. But honestly, if you know your woman well enough, then shopping for a Valentine's Day gift for her shouldn't be that difficult.
A lot of men have an enormous amount of anxiety around Valentine's Day because, trust me, they see all the forums and all the posts of the girls being like, ugh, look at this present he got me. This was the worst restaurant. Oh my God, he didn't get...
Exactly what I've been fucking saying, dude. The expectations, and your man will literally put his balls on the chopping block and have some asshole come by with a meat cleaver or a meat hammer and smash them. You know? And that's not good enough. That's a metaphor, obviously, but you get what I'm saying.
For French candy? You got me candy from Walmart or Walgreens? What is this? Why can't he make you a handmade card, go pick you some flowers, make you a nice meal at home, and that be enough?
Well, Roma Army asked the question, why can't your man make you a nice homemade handwritten card, go out in the wild, pick you some wildflowers, and make you a nice meal at home? Why can't that be enough? Well, I mean, it depends. Number 5, men hate when girls compete over whose man made the day more special. It's hurtful. Hallelujah, praise Lucifer, hallelujah, his light is glorious, hallelujah, praise the dark Lord, hallelujah. You know how demasculating it is when your girlfriend's best frenemy Cheryl is sitting there bragging to your girlfriend about how awesome her boyfriend is, how he gave her the best Valentine's Day ever, and immediately your girlfriend feels like shit because that's kind of how men and women are to each other, you know, the cattiness. Don't get it twisted, because men do this crap too, right? They do. They brag about how awesome their girlfriend is to some other guy anyone who will listen. And if that guy's got a girlfriend, trust and believe. Same scenario. Well, Chad's girlfriend brought him a beer while he was watching the football game. Why don't you do nice things like that for me? To which she might respond with, well, why don't you do nice things for me? Like, if you never want to go shopping with her, you see what I'm saying? Because you know how that turns out. Cause way to kick a man in the way to kick a man in the balls, YouTube. Way to kick a man in his balls, god damn it.
Ladies, men are really, really, really tired of you guys using Valentine's Day as a way to compete with each other.
Yes! What did I say last night? It's a pussy squirting contest on who's got the better boyfriend. Ha! Oh, but I'm disrespectful to women if I say it. But here's a woman actually saying the same goddamn thing, minus, the cussing. Instead of being grateful that you have a man who gives a fuck enough to make the day as special as he can afford, he'll make the day as special for you as much as he can.
Okay, you don't need to pressure your boyfriends to give you the best Valentine's Day that you've ever had because you need to compete with Stacy and Sarah. Okay? It makes men feel like shit, even shittier.
Here's the cane I will have when I'm an old man and I need one. I shit you not. Right now, there's no stopper on it because it's kind of faded a little bit. But hey, this Cobra cane of mine fucking kicks ass. It was a pewter cane. And I paid $108 for it, mind you. And the head would unscrew, so I super glued it back to the thingamabob and spray painted the whole cane black, and then spray painted the head on the Cobra a nice dark emerald green, my two favorite colors.
Than they already feel on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, no shit. No shit. Men already feel an immense amount of pressure to please their woman and make them happy. And you know what? Real talk, fellas. When it comes to Valentine's Day, you should please your woman because you want to see her happy. Who gives a fuck about the sex or the amazing blowjob you might get afterwards? Or the amazing titty fuck you might get or whatever, right? Jeez. Number 6, they hate when girls compare their friends' Valentine's Day to their own. It's superficial. Yeah, it is.
Now, speaking of Stacy, I can promise you that your boyfriend or husband does not give a shit what Stacy's boyfriend or husband did for her for Valentine's Day.
Exactly. Thank you. Preach, Roma Army. You know, if I'm lucky enough Of course, I say no girl wants me, but I detect a hint of sarcasm with that because there are plenty of age hot girls who want me. They're just, I don't know. Women are weird like that. They'll say one thing like, "Oh, I totally end Cobra's dry spell," but they won't actually do it. Women are weird like that. That'd be like me saying, "Oh, I want a beer. I want to go to the bar and have a drink." And then as soon as I show up to the bar, bartender says, "What do you have?" And I'm like, "I'll just have a Mountain Dew, please." And sit there and look miserable while everyone else is sipping on a beer. Fuck that.
Because it's not a freaking competition. And what he's looking for is for you to show some gratitude towards him for the fact that he just spent the last 4 months of his paycheck on one freaking day.
Yep, exactly. Some dude puts his balls out on the block, and someone takes a meat tenderizing hammer and smashes his balls so he can get this nice jewel, this diamond, whatever. This exactly. Wouldn't that suck, ladies, if Valentine's Day was all about guys? And what if your man pulled the crap that women love to pull on Valentine's Day? Ladies, trust me, you would fucking hate it. Ew. You would hate it, ladies, if you'd spent like a shit ton of money to make your boyfriend happy and he showed no gratification. All he did was compare it to his best friend Chad's Valentine's Day. You would fucking hate it. You would call him the most ungratefulest piece of shit. But that's just it. Okay, if you tell your girlfriend she's being an ungrateful cunt and that you've spent literally your last 4 paychecks to try to make her happy on one day, you know what she would say? "You're an asshole. I can't believe you say that." I'm like, "Well, I can't believe you don't appreciate what I do for you. Shit, do you know how many women would kill to have a boyfriend like me? You dumb thought."
Okay, alright. Stacy, he doesn't give a shit.
So shout out to Roma Army. Thank you for what you do for men everywhere. I appreciate it. All right. She's got, check out Roma Army's channel. She's got a lot of good videos. Oh boy. Okay, so now we're going to go to the Terrence Pop video. So grab your walking gentleman's cane, walk on down to the convenience store, get yourself a cigarette pack, and maybe walk to the liquor store next to it. And yes. Okay, your number does matter. Pop culture. And one person commented on the video. Devin Cook comments, "If women spent as much time learning how to cook as they did posturing and posing at the gym, they wouldn't be as likely to die alone." And that comment triggered me with the amount of sexism and the undertones. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? My response to that sexist asshole was, and I quote, maybe if guys learn how to cook too, then maybe women wouldn't feel so pressured. And then I also added to my comment, newsflash, we all die alone. It's called life. It doesn't matter if you find someone or not, you're still going to die alone. You either die alone with nobody, regretting everything you've made in your life as far as decisions go. Oh, jeez. Like, oh, I could have had someone, but I didn't. You'll literally sit there on your deathbed going, oh, great. I could have had someone. Oh, God damn it. Or you get to die alone next to your wife, knowing that your fucking crotchety old ass is going to leave your wife behind. Knowing that you're going to leave her with so much pain and anguish, and that she might die a couple of days after you do, and then you both die alone. Or in the very rare case, couples will die hand in hand. But for the most part, it doesn't matter. You're going to die alone regardless if you have somebody or not. So you might as well accept the fucking bitter truth, take your red pill, and swallow it. So, yeah, let's get into the video.
What truly makes a man wealthy? Is it money? Well, with production techniques and technology allowing humanity to extract more wealth from finite resources, the concept of wealth and money might be wilting faster than a Western whammond's fertility. Aaron Clary's new publication, Sanity is the Future of Wealth, really delves into exactly why common sense has become a superpower. Check it out right now on Amazon. A link is in the description.
What's up, you raging sack of cackaholics? Terrence Pop here, redonkulars.com.
And leading the pack at the Cream Pie Bake-Off, I'm Toxic Mick.
Good Pop showed up today because I'm going to show you ladies some sympathy and help you all out. I'm going to look into my crystal balls and make myself a little prediction and tell you ladies about your future. And from what I can see, well, that's a breakfast of champions. 2 eggs, sunny side up, with a big old sausage right in the middle. And if you're lucky, some poor sap is going to stuff your melon with some worn-out curdled cottage cheese. But I'm sad to say most of you ladies...
Hold up, was that picture sport?
But...
Yeah, that picture had some gnarly camel toe. Hold up. Oh, good gravy, dude. You could see that chick's pussy shape right through. You could see that chick. You could see that lady bulge poking through them yoga pants. Good God.
But I'm sad to say most of you ladies out there are part of this complete breakfast, if you know what I mean. And don't forget to wash that all down with your 1 to 3 milliliters of bazooka juice. Screen 5. However, you have to wonder.
Oh, however. Oh.
Which I do late at night between 10 and 2 when I've been drinking. How the hell did we get here? We all start off so wide-eyed and innocent and full of cooties. Next thing you know, you're watching yourself some Space Ghost, the doorbell rings. Oh, look, it's a good-looking rack of lamb.
Good-looking rack of lambs.
And it's all over. From then on, life turns into a crazy spree of cave diving. You're either spelunking in someone's dark hole or swinging from someone else's stalactites, if you know what I mean. No matter how you spinster it, you see what I did there? There are some blood-sucking parasites hanging out in the darkness. And this episode is what happens when I think about all that time I wasted spelunking in all of those dark caves. Drunk off my ass for 6 hours in the middle of the night, winning. No, it's the same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world. Space Ghost. Do yourselves a favor, pour yourself a menagerie.
Already there, Terrence. Yeah. We got some Jack Daniels, old number 7, mixed with some Monster Green Energy. I call this drink combo King Cobra's Venom. And you get the strong ass kick of Jack Daniels, and then you get the sweetness and the unhealthy caffeinated goodness of Monster Energy, and when they mix together, it's just so... It's an acquired taste. I like it personally, but some of you may not like it.
And be prepared to climb that dick stacking platform together. But I hope you brought a pair.
Oh, man. The one time when you're just like, oh, if it was consensual, I could reach through the screen and just grab that healthy of age female ass and be like,
Parachute, because it's a long way down. Yeah. Almost 6 years ago, we made a video called Rules of Thumb. If you haven't seen it, check it out. That is when the term dick stacking test was born. Right out of the primordial ooze that I happen to leave on your mama's chest. Screen 5. But
yeah.
For those of you out there who are new to the party, I'm going to explain it to you. You take the number of pogo sticks that your old lady has bounced upon in her life.
Number of partners times 6 inches equals dick stacking platform height.
Lifetime and multiply that by 6 inches. Let's just say you put a platform at that altitude and hypothetically push them off without a parachute. If they were to get injured in any way, shape, or form, to include a stub toe or skin knee, that is too many cucumbers, bananas, sausages, hot dogs, footlongs, smoky links, egg rolls, gherkin, pickles, Vienna sausages. Jesus Christ. And those last two on the list, they better be cunning linguists. Otherwise, they're absolutely no callbacks. Now, I am not suggesting that you do this, but I understand if you have someone in mind for this mental exercise. I know I do. If I were to guesstimate the platform height for my ex here, it would be shamefully 15 stories. That would make one hell of a succulent splat at the bottom. Not that I thought about it or anything. All right, come on. I was young, dumb, and full of something that rhymes with dumb.
As men, we have all been at every business end of...
Yeah, that's the story of every guy, right? Young, dumb, and our balls full of cum. Oh, shit. But as you get older, as a guy, you stop thinking with your dick and start thinking with your head. And then when you get the logic sense of it, you're like, hey, you start to figure shit out. So I'm telling you right now, if you're a younger fan of mine, okay, and you're a dude, stop thinking with your dick and start thinking with the head between your shoulders. Because that dick between your little tallywhacker between your legs will get you to some trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like, jeez. It's last call at the bar. You're slamming down whiskey left and right. and you're starting to feel inebriated. And you see wildebeest Chewbacca sitting over there like, sitting there chugging Sex on the Beach shots and getting super drunk, and you're just like, that's when your dick starts thinking, you need to get laid. No, it's not a need, it's a want. Get that out of your mind. And you think to yourself, fuck it. She looks pretty enough when you're drunk, so you're like, fuck it. You take her home, and then you wake up the next day, and you're like, ugh. And thankfully, I haven't had one of those experiences recently where I got too drunk and then woke up next to a wildebeest like, nope. You know, because your standards go out the window when you drink, and that is that is the truth. And then when you're sober, you think to yourself, what the fuck was I thinking? Meanwhile, this poor chick who's uglier than shit is thinking to herself, she found a decent guy. And she's feeling just happy as can be that some guy overlooked her ugliness and her disgusting appearance and gave her a chance, and you're just like, no, please leave. I'll call an Uber, just please. Fucking hangover. About the time she does leave, you're taking a shower, washing the stank off, looking down at your dick, going, what the fuck were you thinking? And then the one time you managed to get a super hot chick in bed with you, that's just how it works sometimes, right, fellas? Jeez. She was super hot before you started drinking, and then you get super drunk, and now she's just a fucking knockout, and you're like sitting there going, how the fuck did I score this? And you know when you wake up next to her in the morning, you're going to be going, oh yeah. But the bitch of it is, sometimes your dick doesn't want to work, and when you get whiskey dick, oh, that sucks. Which is honestly a problem I've never had to fucking deal with, man. Like, I'll sit here and drink some Jack Daniels, and if I get horny enough and I see a hot chick on Chatterbait, oh, it's on like Donkey Kong.
Every hissy fit at some point, and as an inevitable result,
splat at the bottom. Not that I thought about it or anything. All right, come on. I was young, dumb, and full of something that rhymes with dumb.
As men, we have all been at every business end of every hissy fit at some point. And as an inevitable result, we've all heard women that we dated, wanted to date, or smashed and dashed say things like this.
I've been through a lot.
All that really means, gentlemen, is they've been ran through more than a practice voodoo doll.
You're so great. You're husband material.
What that means, you are the last place winner?
Meaning you're the dude they'll settle for.
Oh!
Only after every hole on their body has been blasted, drilled, hollowed out, and excavated.
You know, I think I'm ready to settle down.
Emphasis.
Okay. Yeah. You know, and I want to say this because it's the freaking truth. You know what I'm saying? You ever just want to, like, I take my Cobra Cane and I pimp slap a motherfucker, because here's the truth of it. There is way too much pressure on women and men to get married and have sex. And then there were some people who were just not ready to settle down yet. Even though they told you at the bar, oh yeah, I'm looking to settle down, you know. They say that because they know it's the best way to get you in their bed, or you in their bed, you know. Jeez.
Unsettled. Coincidentally,
When she says things that, when she says things like she's been through a lot, maybe she has. You don't know. you know? And maybe every guy she's been with has been a real piece of shit, and you're the first guy to show her any fucking respect. So she might think, hey, you're husband material. Cool. Well, what's going to suck is that you're not looking to get married just yet. So now she's going to be going, oh.
This only kicks in once the texts and the calls and the knocks on the door stop. The only time their phone is actually ringing is at 2 a.m., which means you are the dirty little secret. There used to be a line around the block for that circus freak show. Now, there's only 3 guys left in the theater, and that floor is perpetually sticky, and no one's mopping that. But it certainly doesn't start out that way. Most Western women, they start off God-fearing, and they just want to find that nice guy. And dudes, I'm just going to be honest.
I feel like it's the same way for guys. A lot of guys will start off on the dating scene just wanting to find that nice girl to settle down with. And women, it's no different. You want to find a nice guy to settle down with, but somewhere along the line, men will encounter a bunch of continually utilizing nagging techniques type of women, and that turns them into assholes. And when women and men encounter assholes in the dating scene, they start off as nice people just looking for someone else nice to date. But they encounter a couple of rotten apples, and next thing you know, women and men hate each other. And then at some point down the road, some of these people become the assholes that ruined them in the first place. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like if you love ice cream, right? Hypothetical, you love ice cream. So you're sitting there stuffing your face with ice cream, and oh my God, it tastes so good. But then you get a tummy ache and you throw up, and now your view of ice cream is now kind of ruined because you got super sick that one time eating too much of it. Well, dating and assholes are the same thing. You love dating to some degree. You want companionship, but you indulged in it too much, and all the assholes ruined it for you. Oh, geez. So now because all the assholes ruined it for you, all of a sudden it's the entire opposite gender's fault. Fuck off.
A large majority of them are successful in the beginning. Now, if you are her high school sweetheart, just prepare yourself for this. You are getting bucked off the Bronco to be followed by 4 to 6 years of experimentation. You know, they're going to spend their college years looking for that diamond in the rough sex. Now, ladies, it might not seem like it now, but I am about to become the best friend you ever had. If you can look past your ego and the lies that you paid your professors to teach you, I'm about to save you a lifetime of pain, misery, and loneliness. Not to mention that one-way ticket to the land of boxed wine and cats. Answer me this time, Smil. What? Why do they not sell round-trip tickets to boxed wine and catland?
Well, if I had to guess, it's just like going, stunning and brave person of color. But once you go there, you don't come back.
Jesus Christ, Toxic Male. Just got dark in here, Space Ghost. But in order to avoid that, you have to give up instant gratification. And it is virtually impossible these days for...
Yep, that's why a lot of people do not settle for a relationship. That's why a lot of people are promiscuous and doing one-night stands. They want the instant gratification, but as soon as they get the consequences of their lifestyle, oh, geez, now it's all the opposite sex's fault. You know what I'm saying? In a sea of assholes trying to date other assholes, and then on top of it, You get to that point where you're just like, you're tired of relationships. Everyone you've been in has been a complete fucking disaster. So you're like, you know what? You just want to do the swingers lifestyle, right? Fuck as many chicks as you can. Or maybe you're a chick and you want to fuck as many dudes as you can. But you don't want to accept the consequences when fertility comes a knocking and your bitch ass is pregnant. You don't want to deal with the consequences when you're going to the doctor because your crotch itches and your significant other half for the night gave you crabs. Oh, jeez. They'd be like sitting there going, oh yeah, I love to smoke tobacco. Then as soon as you get cancer from smoking, you start bitching about it.
Idiots to give this up. Don't get me wrong. Doing what?
Okay, working your ass off, waiting patiently for the right girl to come into your life versus the instant satisfaction, the instant gratitude. You know what I'm saying? No. Sure, the instant gratification might feel good in the moment, but as soon as she leaves, your ass is still single. Oh. Which is why a lot of men will save up $3,000 for a sex doll, is because they get the instant gratification without all the bullshit. Only to have women say, oh my God, you got a sex doll, you're such a creep. They set unrealistic expectations for women everywhere. How are we supposed to achieve the perfect body like that? Well, but nobody says shit when you got a fuck machine with a big ass fucking dick on the end of it that never gets tired and never goes soft. No one screams about how unrealistic that is for men to achieve. I mean, shit.
It feels good right now. Well, that's great. And it's also easy. Now, building yourself contentment that lasts a lifetime, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, instant gratification takes no work, but building yourself up to be a better person. Oh, shit. That takes work. Waiting for the right person to come into your life and being smart enough to go, yeah, I could fuck this person and get my instant gratification, but is it really worth it?
Getting laid? Well, that makes you feel great in the short term.
And when getting laid is easier than breathing, like it is for the holders of the vagine, it becomes an abundant spigot of shallow validation.
Yep. When getting laid becomes super easy, all of a sudden, there's no fun in it anymore. Sure, you might feel great in the instant moment you're getting laid, but after that, part of the fun of getting laid is the chase. That's what I think. Even though women can be the biggest pain in the ass sometimes, that's kind of the fun of putting up with their shit. It's kind of like if you're playing a video game and it's super easy to beat and you conquer all the levels. Sure, you like playing video games and it's fun playing it in the moment. But after a while, you're going to get bored with it. You're like, this game is too easy. Give me a challenge.
Nothing more.
For women, all it takes is one yes. One. For dudes, it's a virtual two-way rifle range of no.
No, for women to get laid, all they have to do is fucking show up and say yes. You're right about that. Women will sit there and overthink everything. They could have a closet full of clothes, and they will sit there and bitch and moan about how they have nothing to wear. They'll sit there and nitpick every little fucking thing. Like, oh, their outfit has to match their nails, and, geez. Ew. Gross. Excuse me. I'm telling you right now, ladies, men are incredibly simple. Do you think we give a fuck if your outfit matches your nails, especially when it's going to end up on the floor of our bedroom? Ha ha! Scream 5.
Before he gets to the end zone. And if dudes want a repeat performance, well, they better bring forth the 10 dick. You cannot bring a half-mast backslapper with a pinto dick performance to a 7 or higher. That show is getting kicked out of theater.
Yeah, that is the fucking truth. You try to bring lousy sex to a chick who's like a 7, 8, 9, or 10 on the hotness scale. Just remember that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So you know that attractive people have more opportunity to have sex than us less attractive people. So they're going to be used to having top-notch dudes who know how to do some shit. So you have to be that one guy that shows her what you have to offer that those other guys don't have. And the sad but shallow truth of it is that less attractive people are easier to please because they're used to being rejected for being ugly and unattractive and gross. Oh, jeez. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen it firsthand. I've seen some really hot chicks dating some ugly ass motherfuckers of dudes. And I'm like, ugh, dude. Not trying to be a shallow prick, but god damn it, dude. I've seen some of the chicks that date these ugly ass dudes, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? I'm better looking than that piece of shit. And then I start thinking, well, it's because, you know, if she's like at best an 8 on a good day, and that dude's at best a 4 or a 3 on his best day, as far as looks go, she's not going to have to try that hard because automatically everyone's going to be looking at him going, oh, dude, that chick is way the fuck out of his league. How the fuck did he pull that shit? And admittedly, you know, women are put underneath all this pressure to look good and be their sexiest. And when they got a dude who's extremely ugly, you know, and that dude's used to super ugly chicks that are uglier than he is, by golly, I tell you what, he's going to be going, fuck, he scored the jackpot. And, you know, that's just how it is. I guess the chicks are used to dating good-looking dudes, but those dudes are super shallow. Eventually, they settle for someone who's a less attractive. And, you know, maybe he's not the best looking, but he treats her right. And at the end of the day, That's what every chick wants is, doesn't matter if you're good looking or you got a big dick or you got a shit ton of money. Yep. If they treat you right, you know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of people are looking for on the dating scene. That'd be like if a dude was used to dating ugly ass chicks who had no face, no tits, and barely an ass, and it's just wildebeest and a half, dude. And all of a sudden, here comes a smoking hot bombshell, giving them a chance. At first, they're gonna be like, "Okay, what's the catch here? There's no way a chick that hot sees anything in me. What's the catch here?" And then when they realize, hey, there's no catch, she's just sick and tired of dating shallow guys, and she wants to give the nice ugly asshole a chance. You got it made in the shade, bro. Unless she's creeped out by you, which we've talked about before. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you do as the guy. If you're not her type, she can call you a creep just for staring at her. It's like your ugly ass is staring at her, checking her out, and she's like, that guy is way too ugly to ride that pussy. So, of course, she's going to be creeped out and grossed out by it. And nobody says how fucking shallow they are when they do it, but God forbid if a man says, that woman creeps me out and she's not my type. Oh, you're a typical male.
Faster than Oogie loves.
Those repeat performances are reserved for the Money Mikes, the Danger Dans, the Jockey Jims, the Bad Brads, the Gus Gangbangs, the Tattooed Tyrones, and of course, the Junkie Jamals.
Where? After years of getting their front and back bumpers trash compacted at the smash up derbies and having their DNA rewritten by gallons of
Women absorb and retain male DNA from sperm, driven and desired, archived. What? Which would explain a lot. I'm telling you right now, YouTube, if you're dating someone and they do little to nothing to appreciate what you have to offer, then why the fuck are you dating them, dude? I've seen this firsthand, dude. I'm not going to name names, but I've seen it firsthand. Where a friend of mine will date someone else and the person they're dating doesn't do anything to appreciate what they have. And even the person will be like, well, I don't know why I like them. I just, and it's like, dude, seriously? And if all they do is show up to your place to start a fucking fight and then leave, but you're still stupid enough to fuck them and date them. Okay, I'm not telling you who to fucking date, but that's on you. That'd be like me going, oh, look, a hot stove. I wondered if it'll burn my hand if I stick my hand on it. Hold on. Ow, fuck, it does burn my hand. And then if you're stupid enough to go, I wonder if it'll hurt again. Ow, fuck, it still hurts. Yes.
bazooka juice. God, and that's a real thing. Only then does Brady Bryan or Friend Zone Freddy get a crack at the poo. Oh.
Friend Zone Freddy. You know what? Fuck that. I feel like the whole friend zone thing is misconstrued in our society. Because men are expected to get laid as much as they can, otherwise they're a huge pussy. And because women are the gatekeepers of sex, this whole, you got friend zoned, you pussy. Ha, 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 ha. What happened, Chad? I thought you were going to get her number, bro. Oh, you little pussy, you couldn't do it, huh? Watch this. Furthermore, if you catch yourself staring at your so-called friend-zoned person like this, just kind of daydreamingly staring at them, and someone has to say, hey, and what? Let's say, for example, you're petting someone's dogs, and your friend that friend zoned you is staring at you petting the dogs like, and then someone has to say their name to bring them out of it. They're like, what? It's so obvious you like them back, but you're so used to being treated like shit by other guys that you're afraid to give into your emotions. Oh.
Only after the beef and cheddar is spoiled and the eggs are rotten in the freezer. Only then do these poor, simping schmucks look appetizing to these harpies.
Yeah, and that's the sad fucking truth of it, Terrence Pop. Thank you. Is when women have been treated like shit by every asshole guy they date, all of a sudden these assholes who are simping start looking more appealing. And what I'm saying is you gotta find a healthy balance between simp and incel. You don't want to be a complete asshole, but at the same time, you don't want to be a complete ass kiss. You see what I'm saying? You gotta find a healthy balance in the middle. Don't let women walk all over you just because they're the gatekeepers of sex. That's bullshit. But at the same time, be respectful enough to be like, you know what? Hey, women and men are going through pretty much the same shit in society. There's pressure to do good, to have the perfect body, to find their soulmate. Oh, jeez.
But if you're expecting a happy ending, guess again. I'm sorry to break it to you, ladies. There's no such thing as a salute phase.
And this particular statement of fact has no gray area. It is very black and white. In fact, when you were back in college, a lot of your study dates were black and white. Usually at the same time, touching their number 2 pencils in the middle, if you know what I mean.
Did you guys know it takes anywhere between 21 and 28 days to establish a routine?
Wow, according to Personal Excellence Archived, it takes 21 days to cultivate life-transforming habits. Yep, and as somebody who has Asperger's, let me tell you, when I get used to my routine, I'm used to it. So it can be hard for me to make a personal change. But sometimes change is good. Case in point, this badass apartment. Winning.
Of behavior. And most of these chicks have a phase that goes from 18 to 27. Some of them from 15. But I can't go there because that's illegal. And they expect men to believe they can turn this behavior off like a light switch.
You can slap.
Yeah, but to be fair, Terrence Pop, okay, bro, like, men go through those phases too. They do. Men will go through a slutty fuck phase where they gotta fuck the sluttiest chick just to say, hey, they got laid. And really, it's not a phase. It's just people figuring out what the fuck they want in the dating scene.
Every clearance sticker in the store on that disgusting diseased DNA dispenser. No one's buying it.
Even at the dollar store, I'll walk right past that aisle to get to the Snickers bar and the spank rag. This behavior is what men refer to as setting our own death trap. We do it all the time, sometimes, many times, and I made a whole video about it.
21 things that will blow up in your face. Yes. So I haven't watched this video. It's a new Terrence Pop video, and I'm like, hey, check this out. It's Valentine's Day. I got me some Jack Daniels and some Monster Green Energy, and we're sitting here doing a live stream. Speaking of Valentine's Day, I can remember last year when I danced around in my green cock holster for like $50, so that way I could go to the bar and get smashed by myself. And I got the money for it, I did. But YouTube had the biggest hypocritical fit about it. They're like, oh, wait, you have a t-shirt on and a cock holster and socks? Nope, can't have that. That's sexual content. We don't tolerate that crap on YouTube. But then I've seen videos of really hot chicks doing naked yoga on YouTube. And I'm like, wait a second. I mean, I'm not complaining. Naked news, you see these hot chicks standing there buck-ass naked, like, oh, damn, sweet Lucifer of age pussy, yes. But then at the same time, you're like, wait a minute. My cock holster video got flagged as sexual content because probably some troll who did it, who was like, God damn it, Cobra's dick is bigger than mine, and he has the confidence to be himself, and he loves his body. That makes me jealous. I'll show that little fucking retarded autistic goth fucker. I'll show him. Flag the video. See how he likes that. Oh, jeez. Sorry, gorgeous. Yeah, we're good. No damage was done. Sweet.
Links in the description. Oh, I hear you guys out there. You're grunts. You want to see this in graphic detail? I'm going to show you some grass. So come along with me, and I'm going to give you that sneak peek into your future.
Each year, the Sheeple Army looks for new recruits in Sector 9 to 5. No thinking required. Wait. So before you sign up for a soul-crushing tour of duty in corporate America, train to survive cubicle warfare with corporate land. Learn the tools of the trade and hang up your suit and tie for good. A link is in the description, bitches.
Holy shit.
Okay, so we have a graph.
You guys might think this is a green screen.
Hey, now Valentine's Day is today. And maybe you haven't done it yet, but I'm telling you right now, YouTube, coupon code King Cobra, get yourself some tactical soap. Link is in the description box below. If I were to make my own scent with tactical soap, it would be black and green. We'd call it Cobra tactical soap. You know what I'm saying? Like, the green part would smell like cannabis, pine trees, just a real woodsy sort of scent. And the black part would smell like Bond Original Number 1. Just a real musky, manly scent, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And maybe if I get famous enough on YouTube and I get enough subscribers, we might be able to make that happen. Yeah, I love tactical soap, dude. I'm never going to stop wearing it. You know what I'm saying? Even if I'm not getting laid, I know tactical soap works because women around me are like, that goth dude smells good. Like, do you have any idea what that's like when you have no confidence issues because of your Asperger's? You know, I'm not the handsomest guy on the planet. I have confidence issues. I have autism. You know, I got my quirks that make me different. And a lot of women are not sure how to take that. They're just like, who the fuck is this guy? Right? But meantime, when I put tactical soap on, when I'm rocking that Bond number 1, okay, and some God of War pheromone beard oil, trust and mother and believe, it's like having a wingman on my skin. Even if I'm not getting laid, I can still take satisfaction in knowing that I smell good for women. which honestly, smelling good for the opposite sex is way more important to me than getting laid at this point. Yeah.
But you'd be wrong, because I can actually see this. Now I'm going to show you not just one, but two.
When you have delusional expectations from living in the past, one-way ticket to boxed wine and Catland. Wall smashing attention drops, smash and dash goes up. Men are wise to the game, women begin to lose the game. Alpha fucks, impressive, well-dressed, confident, still bad boys. Store phase, experimenting with bad boys. Starter cocks, losing pair. Do you have to dress sharply to be a bad boy? Oh, fuck no. Fuck no. Nope, you can be a bad boy and still dress the way you want to dress. And honestly, a lot of chicks find me attractive because I'm not afraid to be myself. I put myself out there on YouTube for the whole goddamn world to see. And a lot of guys get triggered by that shit because they're like, who the fuck is Cobra with all this confidence? And that's the kind of confidence that drives chicks wild. Oh, dude, that Jack Daniels and Monster Energy is kicking in. And I'm feeling just a wee bit delicious today.
Models for what the Western woman has to look forward to in her future. Well, now that I think of it, I should have got two models to come in here and give me a happy ending. But that's illegal, so you just have to look at this chick. We're going to start off with an example of a single, never married woman. But in today's day and age, it does not mean she's not a parent. Both of these graphs are going to focus mainly on a.
And that's just it. I do what the fuck I want, when the fuck I want. I dress how the fuck I want. And I don't give a fuck about the consequences. Okay? That's just it. That's what makes me an alpha male. And here's the thing of it. Yeah, the consequences are going to suck. But even though I do what the fuck I want, I still have morals.
A woman's life between the ages of 18 and 38, and everything else, well, you'll see. We're going to start off at the age of 18 because that's when ladies can legally get their first starter sausage. And it's kind of like Pringles.
Oh my God, dude. Terrence Pop makes me laugh. Starter sausage. Oh, fuck.
Once you pop, you just don't stop. This Peg D down there, that's their high school sweetheart. Well, they want to experiment, so they recruit more beginner sausage. Now, from the perspective of the ladies out there, I understand. This is extremely exciting. I get it. You're getting more attention than you can handle, and you think it's going to last forever.
Right? Exactly. Ladies, you get all this attention. You get all this attention from men. And you think to yourself, oh, well, this is going to last forever. Guess what? It's not. Just like men, women's looks will fade. And at first, when you're a woman walking down the street and a bunch of obnoxious construction workers are like, hey, baby, hey, nice boobs, nice ass, hey, baby, hey. You as the woman are going to be going, oh my God, men are obnoxious pigs. Ugh. But then as soon as you hit that prime age of menopause and where your looks start to fade, all of a sudden, at first, you'll be like, oh, the silence is golden. But after a while, you'll start to feel lonely and depressed because men are not throwing compliments your way like they used to. And now, even though you bitch because women are validated on their looks, you get to a certain age and you want to be validated. That's called grooming, and our society does it really well.
Because when you're young and dumb, 9 years, well, that feels like an eternity. But
Oh, yeah. Dude, the chicks he uses for the butt segments. Oh, my God.
you think the next 9 years is going to be like the first 9 years? Silly rabbit. After the first 4 eggplants, ladies lose their ability to pair bond, and this has been proved.
Okay, so according to the Atlantic archived, fewer sex partners means a happier marriage. People who have had sex with fewer people seem to be more satisfied after they tie the knot. Is there hope for promiscuous romances? Well, let's break that down logically for a second. If you're used to not having any, and you're used to not having as many sex partners as society would pressure you into having, and you're kind of lonely and depressed because you ain't getting none, all of a sudden you found somebody who's willing to say, you know what, I'll put up with your shit if you put up with mine. Next thing you know, hey, you got that pussy on lock. Until she finds a bigger dick with more money. Ha ha, screen 5.
Been over and over again in many studies. By the time you're done with the beginning bangers, age of 20 to 22, you're going to move on to the intermediate inseminators. And women love to call this their slur phase, where they, experiment. Right?
And like you said, men do it too. You know, you get your first girlfriend, and maybe it doesn't last as long as it should. But you go through an experimental phase where you're like slutty broads and no commitment. And then boom. When men go through this phase, this is how they end up with child support payment.
And every once in a while, things go full Hawaiian. There's a spit roasting on the beach, if you know what I mean. After the phase, they go into the fun bracket, which starts roughly around, 27-ish?
And it depends on, her experiences. Alpha fucks. Impressive, well-dressed, confident, but still bad boys. Dude, your boy Cobra can pull some strings when I pull some strings. I show up to the bar, dress goth like I normally do, but I clean up a bit, like some Gomez Adams type shit. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm presentable and chicks see that crap and they pick up on it, and I got my gentleman's cane with me. I'm walking in there like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Chicks are gonna be like, oh, hey. You know what I'm saying? Got my gothic walking cane with me and my sharp dressed ass. Got my tactical soap on. Every time I've gone to the bar wearing tactical soap, every chick I walk by in the bar says, that dude smells good. And then dudes around me are going, that's King Cobra JFS. He wears Bond tactical soap. dude, I am sold. I am so getting some of that soap when I get paid. And I'm like, yeah.
Up until this point, they've been banging mainly bad boys. Oh, you know, the men with options? Those dudes.
The men with options. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. All that carbonation from the monster that's in there. Jack Daniels and Monster. Ooh, give me some of that.
Don't give a shit if you stay or go. Well, that's most of the excitement. And you want to know why? They do not offer their commitment, which makes it that much more valuable.
Ew.
And all of that amazing sexual contact you had with them, well, half of that is your effort trying to make them stay. But
yeah, and that's true for guys too, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like if the dude digs you and he thinks you're super hot and he wants to make you his girlfriend, he's not going to be giving no weak ass fucking dick. No, fuck that. That dude's going to be plowing you like he wants to have a committed relationship. There's a big difference between fucking because you're just trying to get your rocks off and fucking because you want to make a good impression. You know what I'm saying? Like the first time you got to suck your girlfriend's pussy, you're like, I want to tie this down and make it mine. So you're doing every fucking technique you can. Sucking on her clit, stick a couple fingers in there, tickle her G-spot. Okay. Fellas, let me let you in on a little secret. The female vagina has a G-spot which will get her off. It feels like a warm walnut shell. It's that little rough patch somewhere towards the top back end of her vagina. You tickle it in conjunction with rubbing her clit. You're welcome. Hey, ladies, here's a joke for you. What's the difference between a golf ball and a G-spot? Well, men will spend more time looking for their golf ball. What it comes down to is men were a lot easier to get off. It's all built in a package. You know what I'm saying? Women are a lot harder to get off sexually because you insert, okay, you know what I'm saying? If you're going to finger your girlfriend in her pussy, you got to make sure that your nails are trimmed. They're not sharp, they're dull, they're trimmed, they're clean. Your nails are trimmed, clean, dull. Okay, you got 2 fingers in there for her G-spot, and then 1 thumb on her clit. You know what I'm saying? There you go.
This is when that death trap of expectation really takes hold. Starting with the beginner bangers, going all the way up to the advanced a-holes, this is where this whole mess of sausages lures you into a false sense of security.
Because after all, any time a man goes spelunking in your cave of wonders, he's basically proposing marriage.
Right. Yeah, that stereotype, that freaking stereotype, YouTube, that just because he's fucking your pussy 10 ways till Sunday, he must want to get married. He's not like you in any way, shape, or the form where he just wants to get off and find some good sex. Nope, he obviously wants to marry you. Oh, jeez. I would not marry a woman until I built my dream house, and I would host the wedding at my dream house. I would hire a professional carillon player to play Here Comes the Bride on my Carillon. And it would be just romantic as shit. You know, it'd be goth as shit too, because it'd have like a flock of ravens released into the air as soon as we said our vows. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you pick a nice hot summer's day to set up the tent and everything, all the chairs, and then, yeah. And then the reason why I say I wouldn't marry a chick until I found the right one and I built my dream house is because, you know, I love my apartment, don't get me wrong, but, you know what I'm saying, if I had my dream house built, I would be able to take my future wife home to a castle. See what I'm saying? Like picking her up, holding her in my arms, and then I just kick the door open and be like, "Welcome to your palace, milady." It's like, "Hey, look, the lord and the mistress of Cobra Manor." Yeah.
Right. But because this whole mountain of cocks here is so exciting and full of drama, they become addicted to this and they carry these
Okay, no. The idea that when they go through this phase, they become addicted to drama. That is a stereotype for women. That you crave drama for some ungodly reason. No. Truth be told, nobody likes drama. You know what I'm saying? If you could have some good, casual, adult, consensual sex with a fellow adult without there being drama, without there being STIs or unwanted pregnancy or what have you, you totally go for it. I would too. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Ugh. But society has groomed women to think they have to have drama in their life. It's the truth. Why do you think the stereotype for women is that they're all melodramatic and they crave drama? Or why do you think the stereotype for us men is all you want is sex? Because society likes to groom both genders on different issues. And then when the consequences unfold, it's all of a sudden everyone's fault except the society we live in.
expectations forward into middle age.
And it is this inability to self-moderate and differentiate desire from devotion that chisels these words on their fertilities too.
Yep. Desire versus devotion. If you are devoted to helping and achieving your relationship, it's basically self-gratification versus the long haul. You know, it's very easy to sit there and get into a one-night stand and fuck as many chicks as you can. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's the argument when men do this crap, YouTube? You know what I'm saying? Like when men are sitting there whoring themselves out to the first woman who will suck their dick, nobody says shit. They're like, hey, I think the only reason women get slut shamed for having dick is because they're the gatekeepers of sex. And I'm like, just because women are the gatekeepers of sex doesn't mean we should slut shame them for trying to get some. Because at the end of the day, we're all lonely. We all want some companionship. And when we try to get it, you know what I'm saying? But only more in recent years have men been shamed for the sex they try to get. Now men are being simp shamed for trying to get laid. And it's like, well, if you bitch about that, let me tell you something, fellas. Women have been slut shamed for years for trying to get dick. So welcome to the club. Here's your membership. Go fuck yourself.
Tombstone.
What happened to all the good men?
Combine that with girl.
Oh, whenever you hear women whine about what happened to all the good men, where? It's like, well, if you friend zone the nice guys, if you friend zone the guys who give a shit about you, but then you continue to go out with the assholes who treat you like shit, and then you bitch because you can't find a decent guy, oh my God, you are insufferable. When your acquaintance, your friend, whatever you want to call them, treats you better than your boyfriend does, well, and you're sitting there going, how come I can't find a decent person? Jeez. I've actually had that happen to me. I have a friend who complained because she can't find a decent guy. But then she turned around and said, and I quote, Josh, you're one of the most decent guys I've met in this town. And I'm like, okay, don't sit there and complain because you can't find a decent guy and then turn around and tell me that, oh, you're one of the most decent guys I've ever met. You know, I'm not expecting the person in question to give me a chance. But at the same time, I'm kind of like, dude, there are plenty of decent guys out there, but if you continue to selectively seek out the assholes because that's what you're used to, nobody's going to feel sorry for you when you choose the same action and expect a different outcome. Oh.
Power brainwashing and a stunning lack of self-awareness, and you have a recipe for people who claim that getting flushed out like a septic tank amounts to life experience, and they rationalize their inability to pair bond with anything that walks on two legs as being merely picky. Right.
Right around the age of 25 at this line, all of the dudes that they were banging get out of college, get good jobs, and they get, what is that? Oh, money. So for a little while, well, they're getting the best of both worlds, but
prostitution is illegal. Yet somehow, if you're in a relationship, it's a form of prostitution. You know what I'm saying? Your girlfriend says, hey, babe, I want a Gucci bag. And you're looking at her like, well, you want me to shell out $400 for a Gucci bag? This dick ain't gonna suck itself, Space Ghost.
as you can see here, it starts to taper off not long after that, and they don't even know it. After a few...
Yeah. And the reason why that dick starts to taper off is because us men are getting wise to the dating scene and the hypocrisies of the genders. And I'm over here on YouTube like, you know what? We're better than this, dude. At the end of the day, what it comes down to is both women and men are bitching because they can't find the right one. And as soon as they do find the right one, they friend zone the motherfucker and then fucking bitch when all the sluts and the assholes break their heart. It's like, Jeff Foxworthy, here's your sign.
2 years of alpha fucks, all they're really left with is beta bucks. From the ages of 30 to 38, these women are smashing into the wall and getting diminishing returns. from 30 to 38, you will get some attention from the younger guys, but they're using you for practice to clean up their game for the younger ladies that they're going to marry.
Well, that's about the fucking truth of it. These older women who are attracting younger guys, you know, these younger guys are fucking them older chicks to clean up their game. So when they find a chick younger than them, they're prepared. Yet somehow that makes them the assholes. Mm-hmm. Piss off. Piss off, you fucking wanker.
The pump and dump years.
And really, ladies, you have no one to blame but yourselves. When you show up at the bowling alley with a 300 handicap and still somehow manage to lose the game, well, whose fucking fault is that?
Yeah, exactly. When women and men show up to the dating scene and they still fuck up and they still do the same mistakes they did in their last relationship, nobody's gonna have sympathy for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's going to feel sorry for you when you sit there and repeat the same shitty mistakes over and over again and expect a different outcome. Nobody's going to fucking sit there and say, oh, hey, you're a fucking asshole. Dude, this Cobra Can is sexy. Yes.
I know you don't like that. And to be honest, I don't care. You know the ladies out there.
Yeah, you may not care, Terrence Pop, but, you know, I'm not here to talk shit. But what if the gender card was reversed? Because I guarantee you if the gender card was reversed, you know what I'm saying? Women would sit there and tell us, you men need to grow the fuck up. If you're sick and tired of slutty women, then why don't you date someone else for a change? But they turn around and bitch because all the bad boys break their hearts. Oh, well.
Who say this?
I'm so sick and tired of men who play games.
What they're really trying to say.
Oh, yeah, women are sick and tired of men playing head games. That is fucking rich. Society has groomed women to think men want head games. Make it difficult for them to guess what you're really feeling. Jeez. So then when they sit there and fight with you about it, you can justify it by saying, all men are the same. Kiss my ass.
Is this. They're sick and tired of men who play the game better than they do. And after.
Yes, exactly. When women get pissed off at this shit, it's because, hey, sometimes men play the dating game better than they do. And instead of getting woke, they're like, no, I'm pissed off because they're playing it better than I am. Oh, jeez.
To the age of 30. That's most men. Sorry, not so sorry. By the time you reach 38, that fun bracket over here, it's over. After that, 40 to 80 is one hell of a long fucking time. Wah. Bottom line, ladies, when you have overinflated expectations, which were created down here, that's a one-way ticket to, boxed wine and catland.
And that's my point exactly. When women have unrealistic expectations, that's just a woman's need. It's expected and blah, blah, blah. But the second a man has unrealistic expectations, he's the asshole. Jeez. The OGs is a reference to frickin' what's his name? Bill Barr, that redheaded comedian. F is for family. Yeah, you know the one I'm talking about. Oh, jeez.
If I walk into the Mercedes dealership, I want a brand new car straight from the factory. In today's day and age, I might have to settle for one that's had a couple test drives. That's just the way it is. But instead, I'm met at the door by a high-pressure salesman who takes me out to the used car lot and wants to sell me a high-mileage Honda Civic. And it looks like it was driven off a skyscraper into a swamp. It's leaking fluid from the radiator, the tailpipe, and the back seat has all kinds of odd white stains. In fact, that deal comes along with 3 other go-karts that are driving around crashing into everything and driving everyone nuts. And this same salesman tries to convince me that all of this experience, it's a bargain at any price. I'm not buying it. No one else is who has half a brain. And that brings us to the next model. Divorced. Space Ghost. All right. These ladies here.
40 is not the new 20. Do not expect a real man to make a meal from someone else's leftovers. That is the truth. If women, you have to imagine yourself in the man's perspective. And men, you have to realize the woman's perspective. When you start thinking about how it might be from the opposite sex's perspective, all of a sudden you gain a better understanding for what it's like. Dude, this cane kicks ass. I love my Cobra cane. Yes.
They start off a little bit smarter, but
God damn it.
That's not saying much. As you can see, the pattern is very similar. They start off with the beginning bangers and move all the way up to the intermediate inseminators. They do get married mostly before the.
Is there a female version? Is there a female version of Terrence Pop? Because that would be some shit, wouldn't it? Having a female being like, this is how men are, and it being the truth and people being uncomfortable with it. Oh my God. Could you imagine if there was a female version of Terrence Pop? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit. Yeah, this Cobra Cane fucking kicks ass. I love my Cobra Cane. Fucking smexy. Yes. Jafar status. Like, ah. If I got famous enough on YouTube, I would create my own Cobra Cane franchise. Be like, hey, Cobra's so famous, he's got his own canes. Look at that. And yes, I would totally do it. Yes.
They reach the advanced assholes. They still spend those first 9 years building up those expectations. They usually get married between 26 and 28 and have a couple kids. And then they start going,
That's just it. Like, if you're in such a pressure to get married that by 26 and 28, you're sitting there getting married instead of going, you know what? I want to focus on my career. Excuse me. That lid almost fell. I caught it. Oh, look at that. The last of the Valentine's Day liquor. Mm. Mm. Like, when it comes right down to it, women and men go through a phase where women gotta fuck all the bad boys and men gotta fuck the first sluttiest chick he'll see. 1 second. Actually, I'm gonna save this bottle. Put that right there next to the honey one. There we go. Keep that particular bottle for my collection.
where did all the fun go? After all, they were getting all of this sausage and fun down here, and then it's just one. Year after year.
I gotta take a bloody piss. Hold on a second. Oh boy.
Year after year. Never mind the fact that getting married, having a couple kids is a job, and that's not spelled fun. So they want the fun back. They 86 the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when women decide they want to fuck the bad boys, and when men are sitting here saying they want to fuck as many slutty chicks as they can, all of a sudden, hey, you got a chick pregnant. Now, the kid that pops out is your responsibility. All of a sudden, they're sitting there screaming, ah, I want all the fun back. So at some point, you'd have to ask yourself, you know what? I don't care how good sex feels. I'm going to wait patiently. At some point, you would think, hey, you know what? I'm not going to be a part of the stereotype. Oh, that is so good. Oh, yeah. That's the ticket. Couple of Oh, hello, gorgeous. I'm not gonna lie, this Cobra Cane is gorgeous in my opinion. Didn't scrape anything. Okay, we're good.
Dude, and they go back out on the market searching for that fun again.
Yeah, basically like what I said earlier. You want to have all the fun on the dating scene, but you don't want to accept any of the consequences.
Oh, they'll find it because at that point in time, there are people out there looking for it. But just because it's fun does not mean it's fulfilling. Most of these women get divorced fully intending to get married again. As
Yeah, that is the unfortunate truth. Is when a woman is getting divorced because she wants to get married again, she's thinking to herself, hey, I can suck this last marriage dry of everything it has.
you can see on the graph, that is not how it's playing out anymore. These ladies will enjoy some rebound shenanigans, but it'll last anywhere from 1 to 6 years. Because, just like the never married single lady, you're nothing but practice.
No, that is harsh, dude. Holy shit. Yeah, that is fucking harsh. That is why Terrence Popp gets so much hatred from women. It's because he tells it like it is. All the fucking beta male pieces of shit that you fucked are just practice for the real man you're gonna have. All the slutty broads you fuck are just practice for the real woman you're gonna have.
Young guys, they're kind of like sharks or piranhas. A little bit of blood in the water. They are swarming up there to feed. Any dude out there that has a female friend who changed her relationship status on Facebook, we all know the friend zone freaks come out at night. And this period of time here, it's no different.
At some point, okay, if you're friend zoned and you're trying to show that woman that, hey, you're a better selection for dating than the asshole she's dating. And if she doesn't want to fucking take you up on the chance, that's her loss, not yours.
You're going to get a lot of attention in the beginning, but you're going to pay for it in the end. 40 is not the new 20 or the new 30. It doesn't matter how many times you say it. 40 is 40, 20 is 20. One is fertile, and the other one is not. Ha! Never expect a man worth his salt to make a meal from somebody else's leftovers. You want to know who's picking through the leftovers at the company picnic? A homeless dude. For all you know, he might have been recently divorced.
You know, if I won the lottery, I would donate $1 million to poverty resistance because I genuinely feel bad about that kind of thing.
Living out of his car. That sounds oddly familiar, Space Ghost. And you will notice that this graph kind of looks like an hourglass. You want to know why that is? Because time is the fire where your fertility burns, and you're running out of it. So, ladies,
At the end of the day, everyone dies alone. It doesn't matter if you find someone or not, you're still going to die alone. It doesn't change the outcome if you have someone or not. It just makes the time you have left sweeter.
let me break it down for you. How many times are you going to find a dude who's going to cough up 15K for a ring, 30K for a wedding, invite all of his friends and family, and then stand up in front of God and all of humanity and sign a contract with the law to take care of you for the rest of your life through sickness and in health. How many times is that going to happen in your life? Think deeply about that, ladies, before you cast off your meal ticket because you think you can do better.
You know what? Fuck that. If you think you can do better, then go after better. I'm tired of this crap. You know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, if you think you can do better, then go after better. But it doesn't do you any fucking favors if you're sitting there bitching about how you can't find a decent guy in the town you're living in, but the one guy you friend zoned is the most decent guy you've ever met. Oh, jeez.
In your lifetime, you'll have between 1 and 3 men who will look you in the eye and say, I love you, and actually mean it. That is a rare thing. And you're going to throw it away just in case something better comes along. On what flowchart of insanity?
I mean, the idea that women and men are looking for something better and we're getting chastised for it, at the end of the day, it is what it is. If you're going to marry someone, you want your partner to have the best options available. If you're going to waste your time getting married, you know what I'm saying? You're going to want to make sure that the person you're married to is exactly what you want in a relationship. So that when you're 80 years old and your wife is sitting there cutting your freaking food up for you to eat while helping you remember things that you forgot 5 minutes ago. You know, my great grandma and great grandpa Palmer were a perfect example of that. My great grandpa Palmer, rest his soul, had Alzheimer's when he got to that age. And my great grandmother was colorblind. So he would help her cut her food, and she would help him remember things he forgot 5 minutes ago. And that right there, in my definition, is true love. And when you're a child who grows up with great grandparents and grandparents, that's something that most people don't even have. So I consider myself extremely grateful that I had great grandparents and grandparents growing up. You don't even know. It's Valentine's Day, and I'm feeling quite delicious right now. That fucking drink combination is a fucking me up in all the right ways. And if you happen to find a man or a woman that's willing to put up with your shit for 30 plus years until one of you dies and the other one's just sitting there going, well, shit, now what do I do? You know what I'm saying? You got it made.
Does that make one lick of sense? So there you have it. The life of two average Western women graphed out for you. And for most of you ladies out there.
Just because it's graphed out doesn't mean you're speaking for every woman's experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like some of the shit that Terrence Popp is saying is a gender-based stereotype. I support Terrence Popp because the dude makes me laugh, and some of his videos are quite entertaining from my perspective. But when you got a society full of women and men who are bitching because I can't find the right one, well, all of a sudden you're seeing gender relations from a different perspective. All of a sudden you're like, shit, women and men are going through the same thing. They both want someone to spend the rest of their life with. They want someone they can relate to. They want someone who has the sex they want that makes them crazy to where you're craving it even though you just got done fucking. Every man and woman craves this unrealistic expectation, but it's not unrealistic. It's just a matter of who you fuck and who you date.
This train wreck is on the horizon for you. Bottom line, it is very easy to lose yourself in instant gratification.
Yes, it is. I will drink to that, Terrence Popp. It is, in fact, the truth. It's easy to lose yourself in instant gratification. Here's some slut who will fuck me despite what I have to offer. Fucking A.
And when it's super easy to get attention, you don't value it until it is gone. But
That is the ugly fucking truth. You know what I'm saying? You want to appreciate a good thing until it's gone. Case in point, my girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, Stephanie Peterson. I had a good thing going with her, and I fucked it up because of my stupid male mistakes. Oh, shit. No, wait, I'm feeling extra obnoxious right now.
remember this. Anything freely given, it's not really worth much. Remember?
Exactly. Anything that is freely given is not worth much. And what have I always said on my channel? That if you're in a healthy relationship, sex should not, I repeat, should not be a bargaining tool. You should be able to fuck your woman or fuck your man without it being about what are they going to do for me later. Fuck that. Okay, it should be about establishing a connection. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you're single on Valentine's Day, who gives a shit? But if you have somebody, get yourself some tactical soap and some KY, mine plus hers, and you're going to smell irresistible for your woman, and the sex is going to be amazing. That's my recommendation. You can take it or leave it. You know what I'm saying? You get yourself some tactical soap and you smell amazing for your woman. And then on top of that, you show up with some KY, mine plus hers. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, you sit there and make your girlfriend the most romantic bath you can conjure up. The pink bath bomb, the CBD oil, and the essential massage oils. So when you make the bath, she steps into it and she's like, that's the ticket. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a trail of red rose petals sprinkled on the ground, leading to the bathroom. And then your girlfriend is just like, oh, what's this surprise? And then she gets to the bathroom and you're making her the sexiest bath she's ever seen. She steps into it and she's feeling just like a sexy goddess. Which, at the end of the day, if you make your man feel like a sexy god and you make your woman feel like a sexy goddess, yeah, your relationship is doing something right.
Remember that, Simps? That's why you're not getting any poon. When you give away your time, attention, and resources for free, well, it's not worth anything.
Mm-hmm.
Stop showering every.
Mm-hmm. Selling nudes on OnlyFans kept these families afloat this year. Feeling abandoned by the government, struggling mothers have flocked to online sex work to survive the coronavirus pandemic. You know, when your job's getting fucked with because of the pandemic, and all of a sudden you can use your sexy female body to attract desperate men. I honestly don't blame women for going to OnlyFans to make their money. If I could use my sex appeal to make money on YouTube, I would totally do it. But because dick pics of me are floating all over the internet, it just seems kind of pointless at this point.
Every pair of tits with love and adoration. Make them earn it. And if they're in a titty bar, throw them singles. These ladies, well, they'll respect you for it, and they'll value it when they get it.
And to the ladies out there, life is not a.
Yeah, if you're a woman and that dude's fucking the shit out of you, you will appreciate the respect he's giving you.
Hockey game, and you are not a goalie. So stop spreading your legs for every bad boy who takes a shot at the goal and then get pissed off when you lose in overtime. Wait.
No, exactly. You're a chick who wants every bad boy to fuck her, but you'll get pissed off when it doesn't give you the results you want. That's the fucking truth. You'll bitch because you can't find a decent guy, but you friend zoned every nice guy you find. Oh, eh?
And then you want a good dude to come in behind all that and clean it up with a drinking straw. God, try having some self-respect, dignity, and some impulse control.
No shit. Preach it. Self-respect, self-dignity, and some self-control. You know what I'm saying? If women are tired of being treated like sex objects, maybe women could exercise some self-control. But in the end, is that fair? Especially when if the gender cards were reversed, nobody would say shit. Some hot chick is like, oh my god, that guy's the baddest motherfucker that ever walked the earth, and gives her the best dick and gives her the most money. You know what I'm saying? You think she's going to be looking for other dudes when she found the one? No. The answer is no, dude. If she found herself a man who's willing to put up with all of her bullshit just to get laid, in the at the end of the day, that's exactly what it is. It's sacrifice. How much are you willing to sacrifice to fuck that chick or fuck that dude? That's exactly what it is.
Sure, you can rack up a Clinton body count in your 20s, but any woman can do that.
No, literally, any woman can do that.
Goddamn right, any woman can do that. Women will sit here and freak out because they have nothing to wear. And it's like, dude, all you gotta do to show up, all you gotta do is show up. You don't have to try to get laid. All women have to do is show up. And that comes with a lot of toxic behaviors. Because all women have to do is show up. Uh, mm. You think just because all women have to do is show up that sex for them isn't as difficult? That's the problem our society faces. Fucking hiccups.
That's why the so-called salute stew double standard exists. And it's not schmexist, it's because one requires skill and the other requires lying on your back.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna set the Cobra cane down right here. I'll be right back. I gotta take a piss. The idea that, oh, well, if you want sex, there's a lot that's required. Really? I just spilled the entire fucking drink combination I had! God damn it! The whole fucking alcohol that I had for this drink combination is wasted because I had to move my cane and my fucking Cobra cane had to smack the drink off my desk. Fuck off! I only got like one little sip left, and I'm sick of it! I hate being clumsy! Fuck off! I love my cane, but fuck off! Stupid fucking cane got in the way as usual. Are you serious? My fucking lighter's wet. The fucking Jack Daniels spilled all over my lighter. Pissed off about this shit. Where the fuck's my lighter? Pisses me off.
Or on all fours. Or one leg on the soap cat.
You know what pisses me off about the dating scene? In all honesty, is women and men are getting the same shit for the same bullshit. Like women and men are sitting there getting crap for the same shit. Fucking kiss my ass! Luckily, I have a spare lighter. Play the fucking video.
In the shower, or hanging from a basket that lowers down from the ceiling.
So please, do me a favor. Stop confusing drama with happiness. And please, stop mixing up getting filled out with fulfillment. You can...
Yeah, exactly my fucking point. Stop confusing causing drama with happiness and fulfillment. Oh my god, dude. How did he say it?
Or one leg on the soap caddy in the shower, or hanging from a basket that lowers down from the ceiling.
So please, do me a favor. Stop confusing drama with happiness. And
you know what? Maybe women wouldn't confuse drama with happiness if they weren't groomed to do those kind of things.
please, stop mixing up getting filled out with fulfillment. You can get on that carousel and ride it for 18 years and go round and around again. And when you get off, you realize you accomplished nothing.
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
And the
Fuck
saddest thing about this whole tragedy is most of these ladies will not realize this until it is way too late. It doesn't do anyone any good to become a great employee right after you get fired. With that being said, go ahead, keep swiping left, because those options are going to go on forever. I'm done with you.
Or she can bend over the stove while the corn muffins are baking. Or back that booty up to the hole in the wall. Or if she's a gymnast, she can use my special ceiling fan with the handlebars while she does the splits on it. Yeah. Oh, you're still here? It's over. Go home.
Because no matter what you tell them, you're wrong.
Yeah.
That's incorrect. Historically speaking,
That's the truth. That is the fucking truth. No matter what you do as a male, you're wrong because you have a penis and balls between your legs.
that's not my truth.
And if you get bitchy and pissed off about it, guess what? If you're a woman and you have an opinion and no one takes your opinion seriously because you have a pussy between your legs, welcome to the club.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You just keep going where you're going, and we'll see where that goes. Fox, swine, and catland. Excavated. That's what, 4 syllables? That's real.
Imagine that. You got 2 dudes in a bar. It's like Back to the Future Part 3. You're looking over, you see this chick over there. Yeah, well, I wouldn't really go for it, but it's 1:30 in the morning. We may have to blast.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to blast that hole out.
Blast it all out.
Do you have a friend? If not, it's a 2-sided deal. Just don't look me in the eye.
Yeah. I'll go to bed when I fucking feel like it. Anyways, YouTube, thank you for watching my video. And I'll catch you later. Subscribe for more.